Hey, good morning, folks. My name is Jim Green. I'm one of the moderators for Real News. I just wanted to do a short video editorial here for a moment and talk about something that gets a lot of conversation here in town, and that's parking, okay? Parking over the past few years has been a hot topic because where should we have parking, where shouldn't we have parking, that comes up. It's hard decisions to make, and I really applaud the town council for actually bringing in a group of people to try to make those decisions. Myself personally, I still think that there's places down on Washington Avenue around that Hawthorne area down in there that should still remain free, or 15-minute pickup zones to help out the brick and mortar businesses, as well as, think about it, the church right there. If you wanted to go to church, or, even on, I think on Wednesday evenings, I've got AA meetings there at one of the churches down on Washington, you'd have to pay to go to that type of meeting or pay to go to church, and I don't think that that's right. So the parking thing that I'm going to talk about is the Bike Fest, okay? The Bike Fest, it's the 13th of June right now, so about 2 weeks ago, I got a message from one of my friends that was at the Colonial Beach BikeFest down in North Carolina. It's like Morehead City area, and it's a pretty good sized bike fest. It's right there on the Atlantic, nice setup. I haven't been to it, but my friend JJ told me that they had a good time at it. Sort of like ours, multiple day type of event. As the promoter was announcing future events that were coming up, they called out the one as far as Colonial Beach in October, and they got a bunch of booze and stuff. And JJ was asking some of the people why, because he knows that I live up here. And it was because of the parking, and the bikers didn't really like the way that the event went last year. Now, we know what that is. That's $20 per motorcycle as far as parking goes. Just to let you know, Myrtle Beach, for instance, they charge $6 a day as far as parking goes for bikes. So I can understand where the angst comes from. I get some people that say to me, well, they can afford a $25,000, $30,000 motorcycle. They could definitely, probably don't even care about paying, extra money as far as parking goes. That's not true. The reason that they have those motorcycles and those types of things is probably because they're frugal type of people. Now, let's get right down to it. The people responsible in this town as far as setting the prices and things like that as far as parking goes is the town council. Nothing gets passed, nothing gets through without a town resolution or ordinance associated with it as far as parking goes. Now, I appreciate the Chamber of Commerce coming up and, standing up and helping run this event and all that type of stuff. But that's a delegated authority from the town council. Town council's still responsible. So, town council, I'd suggest that maybe you could consider not having free parking this year, because you got to take into account, this Bike Fest does not make a ton of money for the town as far as retail goes. Now, there's some businesses in town that do pretty good, but as far as taxes that are coming into the town goes, it's not that much, and it's going to end up costing quite a bit of money for the town if you go with free parking for the Bike Fest. You just have to take into account like things like police overtime, rescue squad people here, public works overtime, those types of things, as well as just getting everything ready for the Bike Fest itself. So for that reason, I just want to point out, I don't think as a town we can fiscally be responsible as far as the town council goes. I don't think that the town council is being fiscally responsible to its citizens if it's going to have the Bike Fest in October and not charge a sum of money as far as parking goes. $20, way too high. Shouldn't have happened. That needs to be a lesson learned, needs to be dealt with. The people that made that decision probably need to understand why that was a bad decision. We need to move forward, but we need to make some money on parking, and that would be probably in the $5 area if just in my opinion. So that's the way that I feel about the parking as far as the Bike Fest goes. Thanks for listening. I wanted to do it this way because it sure as heck beats, trying to type it all up and talk about it. I look forward to anybody else who may have comment on this, and let's try something new. If you got a comment on it, do your own video. Step up. Get away from the keyboard. Keyboard commanders, fantastic, all that kind of stuff. But let's see what you got to say so that I can put eyes on eyes and stuff like that. Thank you much and have a great day.